Today, I wanted to talk about all the free content coming to Mortal Kombat 1. Not only because the official Twitter page won't stop telling me about it, but also because Kombat Pack 2 is $50 frickin' dollars. And I don't care who you are, that's bloody expensive, no pun intended. So I understand if many players are like, nah, I'm not buying that until it goes on sale. Which is why once again today I'm talking about the free stuff. Because even if you don't want to sacrifice your wallet to the Elder Gods, you still get to enjoy a good amount of new content coming to Mortal Kombat 1. And I just think that's neat. Where's the warrior shrine though? Alright, first up we have animalities. That's right, every single character in Mortal Kombat 1 is getting a brand new finisher for free. That's right, it's not gonna cost you a dime, very similar to the friendships in Mortal Kombat 11. Every single character is gonna get one, and that includes the guest characters and also the upcoming characters that haven't even been released yet. So for example, Ghostface and the other guest characters are not dropping right away with Kombat Pack 2, but when they eventually do get here, they're also gonna have some animalities of their own. So that's pretty cool. Every single character in Mortal Kombat 1 is going to get an animality, and for a fun fact, it's been almost 30 years since animalities were in Mortal Kombat. That's right, almost 3 complete decades. Animalities first debuted in Mortal Kombat 3, but have not returned in any Mortal Kombat game since, not even as a reference I don't think, which is crazy. However, real quick, I have a question. Do you think we're gonna have to do a mercy to get access to the animalities? Because I think that may have been the case in Mortal Kombat 3, but don't quote me on that because the game came out when I was 2 years old. But even so, I think maybe it was required to do a mercy before you could actually do the animality, and that could be the case in Mortal Kombat 1 just to make the reference complete. Though many of you watching might be saying, underdog, Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't have mercies, and yes, you are correct. However, what if I told you that several data miners have found mercies in the code? Or in other words, the data files for Mortal Kombat 1 do mention mercies, which means at some point we might actually get mercies as part of a free update. And if that does turn out to be the case, that's just one more piece of content we get for free without having to spend $1. Now with that being said, I do have a good friend named Don who hates mercies and hopes they never come back because there's a lot of trolling done with them, especially in Combat League. It's one thing to get trolled and then lose the match, but then the opponent revives you, trolls you more, and then defeats you a second time. That can definitely really suck. So in the very likely event that mercies do not return, that might actually be a blessing in disguise for Mortal Kombat 1. But alright, free content number 2, brand new attacks for certain characters. I don't think everybody in the roster is going to get a new move, although that definitely would be really cool. It's just that history has not shown that to be true. So far, NetherRealm has not done that with their DLC. Some characters get new moves, and then a month or two later, other characters get new moves. It's never everybody at once. And also, we normally don't know when the new moves are coming, but for Kombat Pack 2, we absolutely do, and that's because in several trailers so far, we've seen the cameo characters use new attacks. For example, in the very recent Sector gameplay trailer, we see that Sonya has a completely brand new attack, and then before that, in Cyrax's trailer, we saw that Sub-Zero has a brand new attack, which means we know at the very least those 2 cameo characters in particular are going to get brand new moves, but I would not be shocked if a bunch of characters get brand new attacks, especially the cameo characters. Because don't forget that Kombat Pack 2 does not have any new cameo characters coming, unlike Kombat Pack 1. We're not going to get new cameo characters like Pharah, Chameleon, none of that stuff. We're only getting main playable characters, which is bad news at first. However, the silver lining might be that our existing cameo characters are all going to get an upgrade. They're all going to get some brand new attacks. That would definitely be a really cool upside, and honestly, I would not be shocked if the main characters also get some new attacks as well, because we've already seen that with certain characters like Rain, Scorpion. Some characters get brand new attacks, brand new strings, brand new special moves. You get the idea. And that's why I think it's very likely that with a free update, we're all going to get a bunch of new attacks. Once again, it's not going to cost you any money because that would make tournaments unfair, because the only way to learn these moves and study them would be to pay for the DLC, and that's not tournament viable. So just in case anybody was worried that you would not get these new attacks unless you buy the Kombat Pack 2, that is definitely not going to be the case. I don't know why people would think that, but just in case anybody did, fear not, these new attacks are going to be 100% free in an upcoming update for Mortal Kombat 1, likely right when the Kombat Pack 2 becomes available for buyers. Or in other words, when that content update gets here, the Chaos Reigns DLC is finally downloadable. Even if you don't buy it, you're still gonna get all the new attacks, you just won't have the new characters. Okay, free content number 3, all the different costumes that we keep getting for free. Sometimes they're from story mode, but other times they're completely brand new palettes that were were just given out for free, and before NetherRealm gave them out, there was no actual way to access these skins. So for example, just yesterday we got Kenji's golden skin, which was not available at all. You couldn't even get this thing through mods. Even if you went into the data files of Mortal Kombat 1, there was no way to access this costume. It's completely new and 100% free from NetherRealm, and they've had a trend of doing this recently. They just keep giving out free stuff, free palettes, free costumes, all that interesting stuff, and I find it really, really cool. Another funny example is Katana's maskless default costume, which even has 3 palettes in total, I think, which is funny because so many fans were asking for a maskless version of that costume, but unfortunately, Katana's gear piece is her fan weapon and not her mask, and as a result, there was no way to remove the mask unless you picked a very specific costume until now. NetherRealm actually paid attention to the fan outcry and said, okay, if you want to use her default costume because it does look really good, and you also want to see Katana's face without the mask, we're going to make a brand new costume with 3 palettes just for you guys. That's really cool. In fact, real quick for fun, let's hop on Twitter and just have a look at all these free skins. So the Bloody Generous Melina, which is like a Valentine's Day Melina skin. We had the Golden Boy Johnny Cage, which looks incredible. Silver Streak Smoke. The 95 movie Scorpion skin was free, and the Smoke version too. And we had the Action Hero Johnny Cage. So every one of these skins was completely free. And then we had the Blinding Radiance Kenshi, which as mentioned earlier, dropped yesterday by the time I'm recording this video. Honestly, I hope that more fighting game developers do this. It's definitely not required, but it would be really cool if Tekken 8 or Street Fighter 6 just gave us a brand new costume just completely for free. Because even though most of these skins on screen are color palettes and not brand new outfits, some of them are, like the movie skin for Scorpion and Smoke. These are brand new outfits. And I just think it would be really cool if Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 did this as well, because I also love playing those games a lot and I want some free costumes, please. Pretty please. And also Tekken 8, can you give us some more costumes that were not from Tekken 7, please? I want some Tekken 5, Tekken 4, Tekken 3 outfits. You did a couple of those when the store first opened, but ever since I feel like it's been mostly Tekken 7 costumes or just brand new costumes. I want retro costumes from Tekken 5 and earlier. And real quick on a side note, because I find this funny, Street Fighter 6 is now doing the Twitch thing that Mortal Kombat 1 did, where if you watch certain channels, you get a Twitch color for Cammy, I think. There could be other characters too, but I'm just saying I find it funny how Mortal Kombat did this and everyone made fun of it. Even me, I was like politely roasting it, but now fast forward and Street Fighter 6 is doing it too, so maybe Tekken 8 is at some point gonna do this as well. Okay, I digress. Back on topic. There's one more thing that I wonder might be free in Mortal Kombat 1, but it's a bit of an out there idea. What if Harumi is a free cameo update in Mortal Kombat 1? It might sound crazy, but the only reason I'm saying this is because Harumi is not listed anywhere on the Kombat Pack 2 when you purchase it, and as a result, I don't think she's paid for content, which could mean she actually is a free cameo skin for Scorpion, or maybe a completely brand new cameo, but she's free for everybody. That could be possible. We already know for a fact that she is going to be a cameo character in the game, and since she shows up and has speaking lines in the story mode part 2, it stands to reason that she's gonna be dropping around that same time. So what's the deal with this new cameo? I mean, unless the actress was completely wrong about Harumi and she's not actually gonna be a cameo, she only appears in story mode, I guess that is possible, or maybe she could be a story specific cameo, but once again, that hasn't been mentioned anywhere by anyone, not the developers, not the playtesters, nobody, right? So I'm wondering, how is Harumi gonna be added to the game? Will she be free? It's possible. Oh yeah, and then last but not least, I just remembered the Warrior Shrine. That thing has been in the menu for so long. It's in the game, but we can't actually click it or do anything with it, which means NetherRealm definitely does want to add it, and in fact, it was likely meant to already be in the game, but we all know by now that Mortal Kombat 1 has been rushed and is still being rushed by the powerful producers that be, right? They are rushing this game, and as a result, it's in the game, but we can't actually use it yet. And what's even more frustrating is no one's actually quite sure what the Warrior Shrine is going to be. For me personally, I assumed that it was going to be a way to buy the Kombat League skins with in-game currency of some kind, but I thought maybe the currency would be earned in Kombat League. So for example, even if you don't reach the upper ranks to get this skin, you can still just keep playing enough and get the points and then buy the skin that way, which I think would be a brilliant idea. NetherRealm, if you want to do that, that's your idea for free from me to you. If one of your main goals is to keep people playing and give players more reason to stay on the game as long as possible, then there you go. Give them a reason to grind online matches without having to worry about reaching those higher ranks and getting frustrated or burned out. You get the idea. But even though that idea of mine is brilliant, it's already been debunked as not what the Warrior Shrine is is going to be. So what is it going to be? We know for a fact it's going to be a shrine, very similar to the one we already have in the main menu, but what is it going to be used to unlock? That's the million-dollar question. And as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think the warrior shrine is going to be for? And also, what other free stuff do you think we're getting in the future, or what free stuff do you just want in general for Mortal Kombat 1? I mean, outside of Kombat Pack 2, because that's obviously not going to happen. They're not going to give us Kombat Pack 2 for free, but outside of that, what tiny things here and there would you love for free in Mortal Kombat 1? Let me know down below, because like I say in all my videos, I truly love reading each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. No matter what the case may be, I just think it's really cool that we keep getting free content in Mortal Kombat 1, and I hope other big fighting games do the same. Give players some more free stuff to remind them that you love them. Just like I love you all, my audience. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs. Ooh, look at that, yummy, delicious gamer subs. Use code UNDERDOG for 10% off, and they've got a new cup and merchandise too. Oh, that's so good. Buy it right now before it sells out.